Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish made with fresh Napa cabbage that's pickled with salt and fermented with garlic and hot pepper sauce. Koreans eat 1.6 million tons of kimchi every year. Some eat it at every meal.
Pickles? For breakfast?
Hey, we're talking about Korea's favorite food. Just ask Q Kim at Canada's first kimchi plant in Mississauga, Ontario.
Kimchi has been a part of Korea for long years, like 1,000 years.
Full of fiber and vitamins, kimchi is also extremely good for you.
Kimchi has been now known as one of the superfoods in the world.
It's a superfood because kimchi is full of probiotics, healthy bacteria that live in your gut. Kimchi's fermentation process is very similar to that of cheese or yogurt and great for the immune system.
It's so popular in Korea, people will often say kimchi when asked to smile for a photograph.
Kimchi!
This is a way that we express our kimchi.
And it's even ventured into the final frontier. Korea's first astronaut took it with her into space.
And it all starts with cabbage. Kimchi Korea uses over 73,000 kilograms of Napa cabbage a year.
Once the cabbages are split, each half is scored so that later the sauce will really soak in. Every half head is washed, salted, and left overnight to pickle.
We put them in a salty water for about a day. That's a pickling process.
And this is how kimchi gets its name. The word kimchi is from the ancient Korean chimchae, which means immersing vegetables in salt solution.
There are many varieties of kimchi. This particular version is called pogi kimchi, or whole cabbage kimchi. You can ask anyone at Kimchi Korea what's your favorite, and they'll all give you the same answer.
This one. 배추김치, 포기김치.
And she's not alone. Pogi kimchi is the most popular type of kimchi in Korea because the different layers of cabbage leaf has subtly different textures.
Once the half heads of cabbage have soaked for 24 hours in salt water, they're rinsed and left to dehydrate for 2 hours. Don't squeeze, or the texture will be ruined.
Kimchi production has a lot of processes. Some of them can be automated, but most actual processes can be done by hand.
In fact, many of the steps are done by hand to follow a Korean tradition that has been perfected over the last millennium.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. While the cabbage dehydrates, the kimchi stuffing or sauce is prepared.
Kimchi sauce is spicy, sour, and savory. A real treat for your taste buds.
The sauce's main ingredient is Korean radish, which are milder and sweeter than their red and white cousins. The radish is shredded by machine, making the pieces as slim as spaghetti.
Kimchi Korea can use up to 15,000 kilos of radish in a year. The shredded radish is transported to the mixer to begin making the sauce.
Chopped garlic, onions, red peppers, pureed shrimp, and crushed ginger are all added to the sauce mix. But that's not all.
There are a lot of spices.
There sure are, Q Kim. Next, Korea kimchi adds salt, sesame seeds, sticky rice powder, chili flakes, and chili powder, giving the sauce its signature hot, spicy flavor. Finally, a broth brewed from anchovies and seaweed is added. Seaweed was originally used as a natural food additive, which helped to preserve the kimchi. It's still added today to ensure the recipe tastes just the same.
With all the sauce's ingredients ready, the mixture is blended in the turbine mixer. This is one of the few automated processes at Kimchi Korea and makes enough sauce for 150 cabbages every day.
Wow, that even looks spicy. Back at the prep table, it's key that the kimchi is assembled by hand so that every layer of the cabbage is completely permeated by the sauce. The dehydrated cabbage quarters are stuffed with the sauce and wrapped in a cabbage leaf.
We try to actually make it look really nice to be served, like a little baby in a blanket.
Assembled kimchi is placed into 4.4-liter jars. Each jar is crammed with roughly 7 whole spiced pogi kimchi and are capped by hand, labeled by hand, and are given a weight sticker. Yep, you guessed it, by hand. Next, it's off to the fridges to start the fermentation process.
Remember those bacteria that make kimchi so healthy? Well, this is where they get to work, turning natural sugars in the kimchi into lactic acid, which both pickles and preserves the cabbage and gives kimchi its tangy, sour taste.
The whole process takes about 1 week at -1 to -4 degrees Celsius. Then, it's ready to be enjoyed across the country.
Some people love freshly made kimchi, like one-day fermented kimchi.
The longer it's fermented, the sharper the flavor.
No matter how you slice it or how you spice it, kimchi is one thing.
Kimchi is Korea.